Today we're diving deep, quite literally, into the world beneath the waves. The ocean, vast and mysterious, has always captivated human imagination. But what if I told you that below the surface, hidden from plain sight, there might be secret underwater bases? It sounds like something straight out of a spy novel, doesn't it? Well, buckle up, because we are about to explore the top 5 secret underwater bases that you probably didn't know existed. Fellow seekers of the unknown, as we delve into the world of AUTEC. Standing for the Atlantic Undersea Test and Evaluation Center, this highly secretive US Navy facility is tucked away in the cerulean waters of the Bahamas. Its official mission: to facilitate deep water testing for submarines, sonar systems, and other undersea warfare technologies. AUTEC's facilities include an intricate web of underwater cables, sensors, and ranges sprawled across a vast area of the ocean floor. It's a hub of technological advancement and precision, ensuring that the US Navy remains at the cutting edge of undersea warfare capabilities. The array of instruments and devices at AUTEC's disposal are calibrated to detect even the minutest disturbances underwater, making it an essential asset for submarine research and development. However, where there is secrecy, curiosity and speculation inevitably follow. AUTEC has found itself at the center of numerous theories and conjectures, some of which are as deep and mysterious as the waters it operates in. There are those who believe that AUTEC is the US Navy's gateway to uncharted territories, possibly even serving as a meeting point with extraterrestrial beings. The facility's proximity to the Bermuda Triangle only adds fuel to the speculative fire, with tales of underwater UFOs and alien encounters intertwined with AUTEC's narrative. Some conspiracy theorists suggest that AUTEC is involved in the study and exploration of underwater ruins, possibly remnants of ancient advanced civilizations. These theories often point to the intricate networks of underwater tunnels and structures that are said to exist in the region, arguing that AUTEC's true purpose is to uncover and study these ancient relics. Despite these tantalizing theories, AUTEC remains shrouded in secrecy, its activities known only to a select few. The facility operates with a level of discretion and confidentiality befitting its status as a military installation, leaving the rest of us to ponder and speculate about what truly goes on beneath the waves. What secrets does AUTEC hold? What mysteries are locked away in its underwater testing ranges? The answers to these questions remain elusive, hidden in the depths of the ocean, waiting for the day when the veil of secrecy is finally lifted, and the true story of AUTEC is revealed. As we continue our journey through the hidden and mysterious realms of secret underwater bases, our attention shifts to a place that has captivated the imagination of many: the supposed underwater base off the coast of Malibu, California. This particular location has garnered significant attention, fueled by a mix of intrigue, satellite imagery, and tales of the unexplained. Nestled beneath the waves, approximately 6 miles off the coast of Point Doom, enthusiasts and conspiracy theorists have identified what appears to be a structure resting on the seafloor. The structure, seemingly gargantuan in size, is characterized by what looks like a flat top and large pillars supporting it, almost resembling a submerged building or facility of some sort. The intrigue surrounding the Malibu underwater base is significantly amplified by the clarity and symmetry of the structure, as seen in sonar and satellite imagery. The dimensions of the formation appear to be too precise, too intentional to be a mere quirk of nature. It spans almost 2.5 miles wide, with what appear to be pillars rising 600 feet from the ocean floor. The formation's flat top sits 450 feet below the surface of the water, adding to the mystery and allure. Many have questioned the origins and purpose of this structure. Could it be the remnants of an ancient civilization, long lost to the pages of history? Or is it a secret modern-day facility operating right under our noses? Theories abound, with some suggesting that this underwater base could be a hub for extraterrestrial activity, pointing to numerous UFO sightings in the area and anecdotal reports of strange phenomena. The Malibu underwater base has become a topic of fascination for UFO enthusiasts and researchers alike, drawing attention from around the globe. Investigations and expeditions have been conducted to get to the bottom of this mystery, though concrete answers remain elusive. The US government has largely remained silent on the matter, neither confirming nor denying the existence of an underwater base in the region. This silence only adds to the intrigue and speculation, leaving the true nature of the Malibu underwater base a topic of debate, discussion, and wonder. What lies beneath the waves off the coast of Malibu? Is it a natural formation, a secret government facility, or something far more extraordinary? The answers remain hidden, tucked away in the depths of the ocean, waiting for the day when the secrets of the Malibu underwater base are finally unveiled. Delving into the depths of the Baltic Sea, there lies a mystery that has captured the imagination of people worldwide, an anomaly that some believe to be an underwater base concealed beneath the waves. This particular segment of the ocean, nestled between northern Europe's picturesque coasts, has become a focal point for enthusiasts, researchers, and conspiracy theorists alike. The Baltic Sea is known for its unique geological features, brackish waters, and the remnants of shipwrecks from centuries past. However, it was in 2011 that the world's attention was truly drawn to this body of water when a Swedish ocean exploration team known as Ocean X stumbled upon a peculiar formation on the seafloor. This structure, characterized by its circular shape and unnatural appearance, immediately sparked speculation and intrigue. Measuring an impressive 200 feet in width, the formation bears semblances to architectural design, with straight lines and angles that seem to defy natural occurrence. The images captured by sonar scans reveal a pattern and symmetry that is uncommon for underwater geological formations. This has led some to boldly speculate that the structure could be the remnants of an ancient civilization, a sunken city that predates any known human settlement. What adds to the mystery is the long, skid-like trail that leads up to the anomaly, suggesting that the structure may have moved or been placed in its current location. This detail has further fueled theories regarding its origin, with some suggesting that it could be a crashed UFO or a secret underwater military installation. However, it's not just the appearance of the structure that has baffled researchers. It's also the anomalous electronic disturbances that have been reported in its vicinity. Devices tend to malfunction when approaching the anomaly, only to resume normal function once at a safe distance. This peculiar phenomenon has only deepened the mystery, with some suggesting that the structure could be emitting an unknown energy or force field. Despite the fervent interest and speculation surrounding the Baltic Sea anomaly, comprehensive studies and expeditions to the site have been limited. The challenging conditions of the Baltic Sea, combined with the depth at which the structure resides, have made it difficult for researchers to conduct thorough investigations. Many questions remain unanswered, and the anomaly continues to be a source of fascination and debate. Is this underwater formation a natural geological structure shaped by the forces of time and nature? Or is it evidence of an ancient civilization that once thrived in the region? Could it possibly be a secret military base hidden away from the prying eyes of the world? The Baltic Sea holds its secrets well, and the underwater base of the Baltic Sea continues to be an enduring mystery, captivating the imagination of all who dare to ponder its origins. Russia, with its vast territories and extensive coastline, has been a subject of fascination and intrigue for many, particularly when it comes to its military capabilities and secretive operations. Amongst the most intriguing aspects are its alleged secret submarine bases, hidden beneath the surface and shrouded in mystery. These bases, said to be remnants of the Cold War era, are rumored to be strategically placed along Russia's extensive coastline, serving as concealed harbors for its submarine fleet. The allure of these bases lies not only in their secretive nature, but also in their purported capability to house and maintain submarines away from prying eyes. One of the most famous of these bases is located on the Kola Peninsula, near the town of Gadjiyevo. This base is said to be home to a significant portion of Russia's northern fleet, housing some of the country's most advanced and formidable submarines. The strategic position of this base allows for quick and stealthy access to the Arctic Ocean, a region of increasing geopolitical importance. The base is carved into the mountains with tunnels leading directly to the Barents Sea, providing submarines with a hidden and protected route in and out of the base. This design not only shields the submarines from harsh weather conditions, but also serves as a deterrent, making it incredibly challenging for adversaries to detect and target the fleet. Rumors and speculations abound regarding the capabilities of these bases, with some suggesting that they are equipped with advanced technology and facilities capable of repairing and maintaining submarines without the need for them to surface. This would provide Russia with a strategic advantage, allowing its submarines to remain undetected for extended periods, ensuring their readiness for any potential conflict. Despite the secrecy surrounding these bases, satellite imagery and investigative journalism have provided glimpses into their existence and operations. The extensive infrastructure, security measures, and strategic positioning of these bases underscore their importance to Russia's military strategy, particularly in the Arctic region. What adds another layer of intrigue to these secret submarine bases is their role in Russia's underwater research and exploration efforts. It is said that these bases also serve as hubs for underwater vehicles and research submarines, exploring the depths of the Arctic Ocean, conducting scientific research, and possibly engaging in espionage activities. Now imagine, if the world were to suddenly plunge into a catastrophic event, where would you go? Where could you find shelter that offers not just protection, but the ability to survive for an extended period of time? Well, around the world there are special structures designed for exactly this scenario. These are the doomsday bunkers, fortresses designed to withstand calamities that could potentially wipe out most life on the surface of the Earth. From the chilly shores of Svalbard to the opulence of the Czech Republic's Oppidum, let's explore 10 of the most fascinating doomsday bunkers around the globe. Let's begin our subterranean journey in Corsham, Wiltshire, UK, where the Burlington Bunker, also known as Site 3, resides. This underground city is a marvel of Cold War-era engineering. Built in the 1950s, when the threat of nuclear war loomed large, the bunker was intended to be a refuge for the UK government to continue operations in the event of a nuclear disaster. Its scale is almost hard to comprehend. The site spans over 35 acres, carved into a former Bathstone quarry, and is estimated to have over 60 miles of roads, complete with traffic lights. It was designed to house up to 4,000 government officials and staff and was fully equipped for long-term living. There were dormitories, offices, kitchens, a water treatment facility, and even a hospital with an operating theatre. Perhaps the most intriguing feature of the Burlington Bunker was the BBC broadcasting studio, equipped to transmit a message from the Prime Minister to the survivors of a nuclear attack. This city beneath a city stands as a testament to the lengths humanity will go to ensure its survival. If we travel to the remote Arctic Svalbard archipelago in Norway, we'll find a bunker with a different mission. Not to protect humans, but to protect something just as crucial: seeds. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault, sometimes called the Doomsday Vault, is designed to safeguard the seeds of the world's food plants in the event of a global crisis. The vault is buried in a mountain on the island of Spitsbergen, around 800 miles from the North Pole, and was constructed to be resistant to all manner of global disasters, including nuclear war. Its remote location and permafrost keep the seeds naturally frozen, reducing reliance on mechanical cooling systems. Inside, the vault can store up to 4.5 million different seed samples. As of now, it houses nearly 1 million, representing hundreds of thousands of plant species. In a way, the Svalbard Seed Vault is like the insurance policy for our planet's food supply, providing a fail-safe, secure seed storage facility for the biodiversity that future generations will rely on for sustenance. Moving on, our journey takes us to West Virginia in the United States. Nestled beneath the lavish Greenbrier Resort, a historic hotel dating back to 1778, lies a relic of the Cold War era, the Greenbrier Bunker. The bunker was constructed in the late 1950s and early 60s under the codename Project Greek Island. Its existence was one of the US government's best-kept secrets for 3 decades. The bunker was designed to hold the entire United States Congress, both the House of Representatives and the Senate, in the event of a nuclear war. Covering an area of over 112,000 square feet, the bunker includes dormitories, a cafeteria, a hospital, meeting rooms for the House and Senate, and a broadcast center from which the president could address the nation. It was maintained in a constant state of readiness by an on-site team until its existence was revealed in a 1992 Washington Post article. The next stop on our journey is in the quiet village of Carp, Ontario, Canada. Here lies an ominous 4-story, 100,000 square foot underground bunker aptly named the Diefenbunker, after Canada's 13th Prime Minister, John Diefenbaker. Built during the Cold War between 1959 and 1961, the Diefenbunker was designed to withstand a 5-megaton nuclear blast from 1.8 kilometers away. Inside, the bunker's layout is a veritable labyrinth, designed to house 535 government officials and military officers for up to a month. It features living quarters, a large cafeteria, a hospital, and even a CBC radio studio. The bunker was decommissioned in the 1990s and now serves as Canada's Cold War Museum, offering a stark reminder of the anxieties and fears of the not-too-distant past. What's more, it's the only known Canadian doomsday bunker that was built to house Canadian officials in the event of a nuclear war. It stands as a testament to the once tangible fear of nuclear annihilation that pervaded the globe during the Cold War. Vivos, Indiana in the United States is our next stop. Built during the height of the Cold War in 1961, this one-time AT&T relay station is the epitome of 21st century doomsday preparation. It was acquired by the Vivos Group, a company specializing in building and maintaining private and community survival shelters. Covering a massive 80,000 square feet, this bunker is hidden beneath a sprawling, nondescript security fenced surface compound. It boasts of its own medical and dental facilities, fully equipped gym, pet kennels, a shop, and even a prison cell to handle unruly occupants. With 12.5-foot high ceilings and its own self-contained water and power generation system, this bunker can comfortably accommodate up to 80 people for 1 year without needing any supplies from the surface. Shifting our gaze to Europe, we find ourselves in the Adam Ondras bunker in the Czech Republic. Named after the nearby hill, the Adam Ondras bunker is a relic from the era of the Iron Curtain. The bunker was built during the 1950s, and its primary function was to serve as a communications center for the Czechoslovak army. But the fortified bunker was also designed to protect against a nuclear attack. With a floor area of over 2,000 square meters spread across several levels, it could hold hundreds of military personnel and civilians. Unlike some of the other bunkers on our list, this one hasn't been converted into a hotel or sold to private companies. Instead, it remains a chilling monument to the Cold War era. The bunker is now open to the public as a museum and serves as a stark reminder of a time when the threat of nuclear war loomed large over the world. From the outskirts of the Czech Republic, we return to the United States, Kansas to be precise. Here lies one of the most luxurious doomsday bunkers imaginable, the Survival Condo. This isn't your average bunker. It's a converted Atlas missile silo, a missile launch complex built during the Cold War era to house and launch the Atlas intercontinental ballistic missile. After being decommissioned, the silo was purchased and transformed into an opulent survival shelter by Larry Hall, a real estate developer. The Survival Condo spans 15 floors, with 7 of them dedicated to private residences. These full-floor units can house 6 to 10 people and include all the amenities of a modern home, including high-end appliances, home automation, and even pet parks for the furry family members. The complex is self-sustaining, with facilities for food production, water purification, and air filtration, among others. In addition to these, it boasts a swimming pool, gym, cinema, and even a school. The Survival Condo is prepared for any disaster, from nuclear war and pandemics to solar flares and civil unrest. Moving over to the mountains of North Carolina, we encounter an entirely different type of survival shelter. The Doomsday Castle, as it's aptly named, was made famous by the National Geographic reality show of the same name. Built by Brent Sr., a retired Army officer, and his family, the Doomsday Castle is a unique blend of medieval architecture and modern survival engineering. It's constructed atop a mountain and incorporates an array of defenses, including a drawbridge, portcullis, and thick stone walls. The castle is designed to withstand disasters such as hurricanes, riots, and EMP attacks. Inside, the castle contains various survival amenities like a rainwater collection system, solar panels for electricity, and a smokehouse for preserving food. The structure itself is designed to be sustainable in the long term, utilizing resources available on site, such as a quarry for stones and a forest for wood. The Doomsday Castle is a testament to the family's dedication to self-reliance and preparedness, illustrating the lengths some are willing to go to ensure their survival. Shifting back to Europe, we land in the Czech Republic, home to one of the largest and most exclusive private bunkers in the world, the Oppidum. This extraordinary facility stretches over 323,000 square feet, with a 2-level underground component and a residential estate above ground. Initially constructed in the Cold War era, the bunker was designed to withstand nuclear and chemical warfare. Its above-ground mansion is luxurious, complete with a beautiful park, a swimming pool, and even a helipad. However, the real marvel lies below the surface. Underneath the estate is an expansive bunker featuring a plethora of amenities. These include a conference room, a surgical facility, a private vault, and even a wine cellar. The Oppidum even has a plan for long-term underground living, featuring its private collection of survival gear and sophisticated life support systems. It offers the potential to live lavishly while simultaneously being ready for any catastrophe that may strike. Our final stop takes us back to the USA, in Montebello, California to be precise. Here, the Atlas Survival Shelters Company produces some of the most innovative and accessible personal bunkers on the market. These shelters are designed with practicality and durability in mind. Made from galvanized corrugated pipe, they can be buried up to 42 feet underground, offering excellent protection from nuclear, biological, and chemical threats. They come in various sizes, from small units for individuals to larger ones for families, capable of housing multiple people for an extended duration. The interiors of these bunkers are meticulously designed to provide a home-like atmosphere. They include sleeping quarters, kitchens, living areas, and even storage spaces. In addition to the standard features, customers can customize their bunker with options such as a decontamination room, an escape hatch, or even a gun vault. With Atlas Survival Shelters, preparedness for the unknown is more attainable than ever. And as always, thanks for watching. It's intriguing, isn't it? Each of these doomsday bunkers provides a unique take on survival, blending practicality, luxury, and at times a bit of eccentricity. These places were designed to protect against the worst imaginable scenarios, and while they may represent fear of the unknown, they also symbolize human resilience, ingenuity, and our relentless pursuit to endure against all odds. In the end, while we all hope never to need such shelters, their existence stands as a testament to our will to survive, persist, and carry on, no matter what the future holds. Bunkers, airports, and secret societies, they might seem unrelated, but what if I told you they're at the heart of one of the most intriguing conspiracy theories around? Imagine an elaborate bunker hidden beneath the elegant facade of a luxury resort, and an airport said to house secrets as deep as its runways. Today, we're diving into the mysterious world of the Greenbrier Hotel and the Denver International Airport. Two locations seemingly worlds apart, yet intertwined in a web of speculation and coincidences. So, buckle up as we take an unprecedented flight into the unknown. The Greenbrier Hotel in West Virginia is not your average resort. This grand establishment has a history as rich and varied as the mineral springs that first brought visitors to the area in the 18th century. Constructed in 1778 as a simple guest house, the Greenbrier grew over the centuries into a sprawling 710-room hotel surrounded by a stunning 11,000-acre estate, complete with golf courses, spa facilities, and fine dining. But beneath this facade of luxury and leisure hides a much more fascinating history. During the Cold War era, as the threat of nuclear warfare loomed, the United States government began secretly constructing a massive underground bunker beneath the Greenbrier, codenamed Project Greek Island. This subterranean structure was designed to serve as an emergency shelter for the United States Congress in the event of a nuclear war. The existence of the bunker was one of the best-kept secrets of the Cold War. For over 30 years, it remained fully operational and prepared for use, even as guests above remained blissfully unaware of the government's clandestine contingency plan beneath their feet. It was only in 1992, long after the end of the Cold War, that the bunker's existence was revealed to the public in a Washington Post expose. Today, the Greenbrier's unusual history and its unique blend of opulence and secrecy have made it a fascinating destination for tourists and history buffs alike. The bunker has been transformed into a tourist attraction, where visitors can take guided tours and learn about this remarkable and somewhat eerie chapter in the history of American government preparedness. Denver International Airport, DIA, nestled in the heart of the Rocky Mountains, holds its own aura of mystery. Since its opening in 1995, the airport has become a nexus of conspiracy theories and speculation, largely due to its peculiar art, large size, and unexplained cost overruns. The airport covers an enormous area, 53 square miles to be precise, making it the largest airport in North America and the second largest in the world. Yet this sheer size raised eyebrows, with skeptics questioning the necessity for such a large airport. Why does a city like Denver need an airport bigger than Manhattan? The controversy deepened with the peculiar and arguably disturbing artwork scattered around the airport. Murals by artist Leo Tanguma, which depict war, environmental degradation, and humanity's rebirth, have fed into apocalyptic theories. Then there's the 32-foot-tall horse sculpture with glowing red eyes, nicknamed Lucifer, which is alleged to represent one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. The piece de resistance of DIA's conspiracy lore is the rumors of secret underground bunkers. Some believe these spaces were designed to serve as a fallout shelter for the world's elite in case of a global catastrophe, or perhaps as a headquarters for the New World Order. These theories were amplified by the fact that the airport's construction went $2 billion over budget, and a cost overrun some theorize could only be explained by secret underground construction. Despite these theories being largely debunked, the rumors persist. In fact, DIA has embraced its status as a conspiracy hub, incorporating tongue-in-cheek references to these theories in its marketing and decor. So while it might just be an airport to some, to others, Denver International Airport is a symbol of intrigue, secrecy, and a portal to the unknown. The Greenbrier Hotel and the Denver International Airport on the surface could not be more different. One a luxurious historic resort nestled in the Allegheny Mountains, the other an expansive modern airport in the heart of the Rockies. Yet both share a common thread of intrigue, secrecy, and widespread speculation about their supposed roles in governmental conspiracies. The Greenbrier Hotel, with its picturesque golf courses and sumptuous interiors, hid a secret for over 3 decades. A sprawling bunker, designed to house Congress in the event of nuclear war, lay concealed beneath its grounds. The bunker's existence, known only to a select few, was finally unveiled in 1992, revealing a reality more strange than fiction. Similarly, Denver International Airport, with its sprawling land area, otherworldly art, and rumored underground tunnels, has become a hotbed of conspiracy theories. From murals depicting post-apocalyptic scenes to a colossal horse statue with fiery red eyes, the airport is teeming with elements that inspire both curiosity and fear. The alleged existence of vast underground bunkers and tunnels, despite being officially debunked, continues to capture the public's imagination. Comparing these 2 locations, it's fascinating to note the overlap in their timelines. The Greenbrier's bunker, though built during the height of the Cold War, was only officially acknowledged in 1992. Interestingly, this coincides with the early planning and construction phases of the Denver International Airport, which opened in 1995. This temporal proximity has led some conspiracy theorists to suggest that the reveal of the Greenbrier bunker was a distraction from the construction of a similar, but far larger and more sophisticated complex beneath the Denver International Airport. While there's no substantial evidence to support this claim, it does add an extra layer of intrigue to the narrative surrounding these 2 iconic American landmarks. Now here's a little wrinkle in the story that makes the whole scenario a bit more intriguing. The year 1995 marked the completion of the Denver International Airport. The same year, the classified congressional bunker at the Greenbrier Hotel was exposed and decommissioned. Now isn't that a coincidence? One secret government project ends just as another potentially suspicious facility opens. Now it's important to note that the disclosure of the Greenbrier bunker was initiated by an investigative report from the Washington Post, not an intentional government announcement. But still, the synchronicity of these 2 events has fueled speculations and given conspiracy theorists another layer to their theories. Let's venture deeper into some intriguing coincidences and lesser-known facts about the Greenbrier Hotel and Denver International Airport. These places are not just linked by conspiracy theories, but also have unexpected connections that further fuel the imaginative speculation. Firstly, the timing of the revelation about the Greenbrier's bunker and the completion of Denver International Airport. The bunker at the Greenbrier was exposed in 1992, the same year that construction on Denver International Airport began. While this could be purely coincidental, the temporal link has not gone unnoticed by those inclined towards conspiratorial thinking. Additionally, both locations have ties to the Freemasons, a fraternal organization often associated with secret societies and conspiracy theories. The dedication stone of Denver International Airport contains a Masonic symbol, and the time capsule beneath it is addressed to the people of Colorado in 2094 inches from the New World Airport Commission, a group that apparently never existed. For the Greenbrier Hotel, its designer Dorothy Draper was known for her distinctive style using Freemason and Illuminati symbols, further fueling theories of secret societies' involvement. Another noteworthy point is the significant funding each location received from the government. The Greenbrier bunker, of course, was a government project. Denver International Airport, meanwhile, received substantial federal funds for its construction, despite being a project that seemingly could have been handled at the state level. Some posit that once the Greenbrier bunker was exposed, a new, more covert facility was needed. Enter Denver International Airport. This theory suggests the possibility that the airport serves as the new protective fortress, this time not just for Congress, but potentially for a broader set of the government and possibly military elite. Could this be the case, or are these merely coincidences in an ever-evolving world? As we navigate through these theories, it's crucial to approach them with an inquisitive mind, but also a generous dose of skepticism. For now, these remain intriguing conjectures, blending facts, assumptions, and imaginative narratives into a fascinating puzzle. Finally, let's consider the size of Denver International Airport. It's notably the largest airport in the US by total land area, nearly twice the size of the next largest, Dallas-Fort Worth. This, combined with reports of large amounts of soil being moved during construction, has led some to speculate about what might be hidden under all that acreage. Could it be a modern version of the Greenbrier bunker, built for a new era of concerns? Now we delve into the realm of evidence and debunking. For conspiracy theories to take hold, there must be a grain of truth, an element of mystery or anomaly. For both the Greenbrier Hotel and Denver International Airport, these elements certainly exist, giving rise to myriad theories. In the case of the Greenbrier Hotel, the secret was real, a hidden bunker designed for congressional continuity in case of a nuclear attack. This was no mere speculation, but an actual physical fact. But its revelation in 1992 didn't inspire fears of an ongoing secretive operation. Rather, it confirmed a historical strategy from the Cold War era that was no longer relevant in the post-Soviet world. The Denver International Airport, however, continues to be a hub for conspiracy theories despite multiple attempts to debunk them. Many point to the eerie murals, strange symbols, and capstone mentioning a New World Airport Commission as evidence of something sinister. However, airport officials and artists involved have offered explanations. The murals depict environmental destruction and restoration, not apocalypse. The symbols are Navajo language characters and references to the area's mining history. And the New World Airport Commission was simply a group of local business and political leaders aiming to bring a new world-class airport to Denver. And what of the supposed vast underground network? Airport officials acknowledge the existence of an automated luggage system that never worked as intended, leading to acres of unused tunnels. But they deny the presence of anything more secretive or sinister. Imagine a ship once robust and filled with life, now drifting aimlessly, uninhabited and silent through the vast icy expanses of the North Atlantic, or resting in an eternal slumber on a foreign shoreline. The image is unsettling, isn't it? It's a stark reminder of our mortality and the inevitable march of time. Today we delve into the eerie world of abandoned ships, ghostly giants of the sea whose stories continue to captivate and mystify us. Welcome to a voyage into the unknown, as we explore the chilling tales of the MV Lyubov Orlova and the SS American Star. Have you ever thought about the life of a ship after it's decommissioned? Well, some vessels lead a pretty interesting afterlife, like the MV Lyubov Orlova. This colossal 300-foot cruise ship, named after the famous Soviet actress Lyubov Petrovna Orlova, was built in Yugoslavia in 1976. It was a magnificent vessel designed to explore the polar regions. But as we're about to see, the ice-cold seas would ultimately become its chilling resting place. The Lyubov Orlova was seized in 2010 in Newfoundland, Canada, due to a debt dispute. After being docked for 2 years, it was sold to a Dominican buyer for scrap in 2012. However, while being towed to the Dominican Republic, the tow line snapped in heavy seas, and the ship began drifting eastward into international waters. From then, the Lyubov Orlova became known as the ghost ship of the Arctic. Despite repeated attempts to secure the ship, it proved elusive. Powered only by currents and winds, this ghost ship roamed the seas, its exact whereabouts often unknown. There were rumors and reports suggesting that the ship may have finally sunk, but without firm evidence, its fate remained a maritime mystery. As for exploration, it's not just about the thrill of discovery. Safety is paramount, and the Lyubov Orlova, abandoned for years and battered by the elements, presented too many risks. Its interior spaces would have deteriorated significantly, and structural integrity would be questionable at best. There's also the consideration of legal rights to a vessel adrift in international waters. Besides, there's a much creepier aspect to consider. The ship was rumored to be infested with cannibal rats. Yes, you heard that right. Left without a food source, the rats aboard would have turned to cannibalism. It's a frightening thought, a ship full of potentially diseased cannibal rats roaming the high seas. Despite the creepy fascination and mystery surrounding it, the MV Lyubov Orlova remains a chilling reminder of the unpredictable forces of nature and the ghostly afterlife that some ships can lead once they've outlived their intended purpose. We may never know what really happened to it, and maybe that's for the best. After all, who's ready to tackle a potential rat-infested ghost ship? If you thought that was it for the Lyubov Orlova, well, the plot thickens, my friends. After disappearing into the fog, the fate of this ghost ship was a mystery that stirred up the imagination of many and resulted in several chilling theories and reported sightings. In January 2013, the ship was spotted 250 nautical miles off the coast of Ireland by the Atlantic Hawk, an offshore supply ship under contract to Husky Energy. The crew managed to secure it with a tow line, but authorities soon ordered them to release it, citing the lack of danger to offshore oil installations or shipping traffic. So once again, the Lyubov Orlova was left to drift aimlessly. Rumors started to circulate about its location. Sightings were reported, though unconfirmed, some as far off as the coasts of Scotland and Norway. People began to speculate about it reaching the shores of Ireland or the United Kingdom, fueled by satellite images in 2013 suggesting a large object was drifting towards the UK. One of the most chilling theories was that the ship, adrift and abandoned, could be on a collision course with the oil rigs in the North Sea. Can you imagine an unmanned, dilapidated ship of this size causing a catastrophe on an oil rig? A true maritime horror story. And then there were those cannibal rats. The thought of a ship teeming with such desperate creatures stirred the imagination and was stuff for nightmares, let alone the disease threat they could potentially carry if the ship ever made landfall. As for exploration, despite the allure of a ghost ship shrouded in mystery, it remained unexplored due to the considerable risks involved. Its structural instability, unpredictable location, and the potential rat infestation made it a less than desirable candidate for a safe exploration. But here's where the story takes an eerie turn. The Lyubov Orlova suddenly stopped transmitting its location signal in March 2013. From that point on, it vanished without a trace. Many experts now believe that it probably sank, put to rest in the deep, dark depths of the Atlantic Ocean. But without concrete proof, the true fate of this ghost ship remains as elusive as its last known journey. The MV Lyubov Orlova's story serves as a haunting reminder of what happens when man-made structures are left to the mercy of nature's elements, evolving from a symbol of human achievement to a phantom adrift in the vastness of the ocean, its tale etched in the annals of maritime lore. Imagine a ship, an ocean liner no less, one that once gleamed with the promise of opulence and grand voyages, now reduced to a skeletal wreckage. We're taking a leap across the Atlantic, to a beach off the coast of Fuerteventura in the Canary Islands, to find our next shipwreck, the SS American Star. Originally launched in 1939 as SS America, this ship had quite an illustrious career. In its heyday, the SS American Star was a symbol of elegance and a testament to the grand era of ocean liners. But what makes the American Star so captivating is not the voyages it undertook, but rather its final resting place. In 1993, the ship was being towed from Greece to Thailand to be converted into a floating hotel when a thunderstorm severed the tow lines, casting the ship adrift. For 48 hours, it was battered by stormy seas until it ran aground off the west coast of Fuerteventura. The ship, once a beacon of luxury, was left stranded, half submerged and at the mercy of the elements, slowly disintegrating under the relentless assault of waves and time. What remains today is just a haunting ghost of its former self. It's a sight that's both beautiful and sad, a stark contrast to the picturesque beaches of the Canary Islands. A shipwreck on a beach, well within reach of the shore, Might seem like an explorer's dream, right? Not quite. Although the SS American Star is visible from the shore, exploring it is a different ballgame. It's a dangerous endeavor, one filled with unexpected hazards. The ship has been subject to intense coastal erosion. Salt water, waves and wind have worn down its structures, rendering the ship extremely unstable. Over the years, sections of the ship have collapsed, vanishing beneath the waves. By 2007, the ship had broken in two, with the stern section completely submerged. What's more, the local currents and the surf are incredibly powerful and unpredictable, posing a serious risk for any who dare to approach the wreckage. Although the site has attracted its fair share of adventurous souls over the years, it's strongly discouraged due to these dangers. But the power of the SS American Star story lies not in its exploration, but in its visible decay. It serves as a sobering spectacle, a lesson in the relentless power of nature. From the shore, onlookers can witness the ship's transformation from a once proud ocean liner into a symbol of entropy, its silhouette slowly fading with each passing day. An eerie monument to the passage of time. There's something hauntingly beautiful about the American Star. Its decaying remains, jutting out from the surf, paint a poignant picture of a bygone era, etching its ghostly outline onto the canvas of maritime history. But more than that, the ship serves as a tangible reminder of our transience in the face of nature's relentless force. But what happened after the SS American Star ran aground? Did the elements eventually consume the once proud ship? Well, much like the city of Venice, the SS American Star found itself in a battle against time and tide, in a slow, inevitable descent into the sea. After the shipwreck in 1994, the ship became a bizarre tourist attraction, visible from the shores of Fuerteventura. Tourists would flock to the beach to catch a glimpse of the ship's silhouette against the horizon, and more daring adventurers would kayak out to the wreck for a closer look. However, the SS American Star was not just an object of fascination for humans, it also became a haven for various forms of marine life. Coral began to grow on its hull, attracting a variety of fish, and over the years the shipwreck slowly transformed into a makeshift artificial reef. As strange as it might sound, even in its derelict state, the SS American Star found a way to contribute to life. However, the harsh conditions of the Atlantic were relentless. The battering of the waves, the corrosive salt water, the gusty winds, all of these factors began to take their toll on the ship. In 2007, barely a decade after it had run aground, the ship broke in half due to the constant onslaught of the elements. And by 2013, the majority of the ship had sunk beneath the waves, disappearing from the sight of the beachgoers who had been drawn to its eerie beauty. Today, almost nothing of the SS American Star remains visible above water. The once majestic ship is now a hidden underwater relic, visited only by intrepid divers and its non-human inhabitants. Its final resting place serves as a haunting reminder of the ship's once illustrious history and a testament to the relentless power of nature. It's a story that continues to captivate, even as the ship itself fades away, slowly being reclaimed by the sea from which it once emerged. And so, our maritime journey comes to an end. We've navigated the chilling tales of the MV Lyubov Orlova, the ghost ship of the North Atlantic, and the SS American Star, whose remains now lie hidden beneath the waves off the coast of Fuerteventura. These hulking vessels, once brimming with life and purpose, now serve as stark reminders of our past and the relentless forces of time and nature. They captivate our imaginations, not just as tales of derelict ships, but as stories of human ambition, triumph, and ultimately surrender to the elements. As we bid them farewell, these ghostly giants of the sea continue their silent vigil, carrying with them the echoes of bygone eras into the vast, uncharted waters of the future. Airports are fascinating places, aren't they? Hubs of global connection where millions of people pass through each year, taking off and landing from all corners of the world. They're places of excitement, anticipation, and sometimes even a little anxiety. But what about when these bustling hubs fall silent? Today, we're embarking on a journey to the world's most mysteriously abandoned airports, each one a monument to the wax and wane of human ambition and a stark testimony to how quickly things can change. From Cyprus to Spain, Germany to the United States, these vast, eerily quiet spaces whisper stories of optimism, economy, war, and political power plays. So fasten your seatbelts as we prepare for departure into the realm of the abandoned, the desolate, the forgotten. Orbiting back to our first locale, let's delve deeper into the ghost airport of Cyprus, the Nicosia International Airport. Opening its doors in the 1930s, it was the island's key entry point, offering a warm welcome to millions of tourists and locals alike. But when the Turkish invasion happened in 1974, Nicosia was abruptly abandoned and placed in the buffer zone between the Greek and Turkish parts of Cyprus. Its eerie quietness is amplified by the Cyprus conflict's ongoing tension, rendering the airport an imposing relic of history and a fascinating site of global interest. One of the most captivating aspects of the Nicosia Ghost Airport is the uncanny preservation of its infrastructure. Imagine stepping into a 70s-era movie set, complete with a rusting Trident Sunjet abandoned mid-evacuation on the tarmac. Other elements frozen in time include check-in desks, departure boards, and even a dusty, dated duty-free shop. The UN now maintains the airport, ensuring its quiet preservation, adding an extra layer of mystique to this already fascinating location. Exploring it from afar, one can almost hear the phantom hum of jet engines and the bustle of passengers from decades past. Now let's take a flight of imagination to sunny Spain and to the Ciudad Real Central Airport, an infrastructure leviathan that today echoes with a silence almost as grand as its initial ambitions. Construction of this airport started in 2006, just a year before the global financial crisis hit. It was built with the idea of alleviating pressure from Madrid's busy Barajas airport with an eye-watering cost of over €1 billion. A rail link connecting it to Madrid was planned, but never completed. Quite optimistic, right? However, this optimism turned out to be unfounded. What's fascinating about this airport is the grand scale of its construction that sharply contrasts with its subsequent downfall. Despite a sprawling 4-kilometer runway that can accommodate the largest airliners, including the massive Airbus A380, the airport shut its doors just a few years after its grand opening in 2008 due to the lack of passenger traffic. The story doesn't end there though. In 2015, it was auctioned off for a mere €10,000, a dramatic fall from grace for an airport once heralded as a solution to Spain's aviation needs. So why did it fail? Many factors contributed, but one key element was location. Even though it was branded as central, Ciudad Real is located over 200 km from Madrid, not exactly convenient for a city airport. And despite the planned high-speed rail link, the reality was that it was easier and faster for passengers to use Madrid's existing airports. Today, the empty terminal buildings and vacant runways serve as a poignant reminder of the airport that was built on a dream, but sadly, never took flight. But now let's jet off to Germany and land at Berlin's Tempelhof Airport, a place laden with history and fraught with mystery. Tempelhof was once one of the busiest airports in the world, and it's still one of the most iconic. You see, this is not just any abandoned airport, it is a relic of the Cold Era. Tempelhof was originally built in the 1920s, but came into prominence under the German regime, which massively expanded the airport as part of the military's ambitious plans to showcase German prowess. The airport's main building, with its monumental curved facade, was one of the largest structures in the world when it was built, and it remains an imposing sight today. But Tempelhof is perhaps best known for its role in the Berlin airlift of 1948 to 1949, when Allied forces used the airport to deliver vital supplies to the citizens of West Berlin, who were cut off by a Soviet blockade. Over 200,000 flights were made in and out of Tempelhof during the airlift, providing a literal lifeline to the city. Despite its historical significance, the airport officially closed its doors in 2008. Why? The reasons are many. The airport's central location made expansion impossible. Newer and larger airports were built to accommodate Berlin's growing needs, and the maintenance of such a gigantic structure was deemed financially unviable. Let's continue our journey to the sun-drenched country of Greece, landing at the now silent Ellinikon International Airport in Athens. Ellinikon once served as the international gateway to Greece and a bustling hub for Olympic Airways, the national carrier. Its fascinating history, however, is now confined to memory. Ellinikon has a past dating back to the late 1930s, where it began as an airbase. Later, it grew into the primary airport for Athens, seeing millions of travelers throughout its operational lifespan. It was renovated for the 2004 Olympic Games in Athens, with one terminal being transformed into a venue for indoor sports such as basketball and fencing. However, as the 21st century dawned, A more modern and larger facility, Athens International Airport, was developed to meet the growing demands of international travel. This led to Ellinikon's closure in 2001, just over 6 decades after its opening. In our ongoing journey through the world's mysteriously abandoned airports, we now land in Spain, home of the adventurous Don Quixote. Only this time it's not a knight-errant we're exploring, but an airport that shares his name. Don Quixote Airport, also known as Ciudad Real Central Airport. Planned as Spain's first private international airport, the idea was grand. A major air hub located in the region of Castilla-La Mancha, known primarily for its windmills and Don Quixote's imaginary giants. With a runway long enough to accommodate the world's largest passenger airliner, the Airbus A380, the ambitions for this airport were sky high. Unfortunately, the reality was a stark contrast to the dreams that initiated its construction. Opening in 2008 just as the world was hit by a financial crisis, and coupled with its location, which was far from major cities and lacked sufficient public interest, the airport struggled to attract both airlines and passengers. A mere 3 years after its opening, the airport ceased operations. Next on our journey through the world's mysteriously abandoned airports, we travel across the Atlantic to Denver, Colorado, to explore the story of Stapleton Airport. Once bustling with activity, this airport now exists only in the memories of those who once frequented it. Stapleton Airport was Denver's primary airport from 1929 to 1995, growing over the years from a modest municipal airport into a major transportation hub. It saw the transformation of aviation history, from propeller-driven aircraft to jets, from the dawn of commercial aviation to its coming of age. Its strategic location made it an important stop for coast-to-coast flights, and at its peak it was one of the busiest airports in the US. The airport was witness to a period of tremendous growth, becoming the main hub for Continental Airlines and later serving as a significant operation base for United Airlines. But as air travel increased, Stapleton Airport's limitations began to show. Its runway layout and landlocked location prevented further expansion and led to noise pollution concerns. As the 21st century approached, it became clear that a larger, more modern airport was needed, and so Denver International Airport was born. With its opening in 1995, Stapleton Airport was shut down. Today, the land where Stapleton Airport once stood has been transformed into a bustling urban development, featuring residential housing, parks, and commercial buildings. While most of the airport's infrastructure has been demolished and replaced, a few remnants remain, including the old control tower that now serves as part of a restaurant. From the sprawling metropolis of Denver, we venture into the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean for our next destination, the isolated Johnston Atoll Airport. This small and remote airfield, located on one of the Johnston Atoll's 4 islands, embodies a haunting allure and a story intertwined with some of the most ominous chapters in human history. Johnston Atoll Airport, a single runway stretching across Johnston Island, is nearly 1,300 miles southwest of Honolulu, Hawaii. The atoll was claimed by the US under the Guano Islands Act of 1856, a law that allowed the US to claim uninhabited islands containing guano deposits. Though no significant guano was found, the atoll soon found a purpose. During World War II, the Johnston Atoll became a critical air and naval base, and the airport was constructed. Post-war, it became even more essential, albeit for more controversial reasons. The airport and its surroundings were transformed into the Johnston Atoll Chemical Agent Disposal System, JACADS, the first facility of its kind built by the US to incinerate chemical weapons. For over 3 decades, the atoll was a storage and disposal site for chemical munitions, including Agent Orange. The last disposal operation happened in 2000, and the airport was abandoned in 2005, with control of the atoll given to the US Fish and Wildlife Service. Today, the island is a national wildlife refuge, and the abandoned airport and its buildings are strictly off-limits. The structures have been left to decay, a ghostly reminder of the atoll's contentious past. Next, we journey to a place where the turmoil of geopolitical conflicts has left an indelible mark, the Gaza International Airport in Palestine. Gaza International Airport, also known as Yasser Arafat International Airport, once stood as a symbol of Palestinian autonomy. Inaugurated in 1998 by Yasser Arafat himself, The airport, with its bright and modern design, was built with the hope of fostering economic growth and connecting the isolated Gaza Strip with the rest of the world. The single runway, stretching 3,050 meters, was capable of handling 700,000 passengers per year, but this shining beacon of optimism would not last long. Barely 2 years after its inauguration, the airport became a casualty of the Second Intifada, a period of intensified Israeli-Palestinian conflict that started in late 2000. Israeli forces bulldozed the airport's radar station and control tower, leaving the runway pockmarked with craters to prevent its use. Despite attempts to renovate the airport over the years, today it stands abandoned. The runway remains scarred, and the once bustling terminal building is a shell of its former self, serving as a stark reminder of the region's ongoing conflict and the airport's former glory. Now let's transport ourselves to Canada, where we find another abandoned hub of aviation history, the Mirabel International Airport. This airport story is one of ambitious goals unfulfilled, resulting in a spectacularly vast and strikingly quiet expanse. Mirabel International Airport, located in Montreal, was once destined to be one of the biggest airports in the world. In the late 1960s, Montreal was experiencing a boom in air travel, leading city planners to conceive of an airport that would handle this growth and set Montreal on the global stage. They set aside an enormous 398 square kilometers, an area larger than the entire city of Montreal for its development. Mirabel opened in 1975 amidst great fanfare. It was state-of-the-art, boasting the world's largest air terminal at the time, and it was expected to handle 60 million passengers annually by the year 2000. But Mirabel's grand ambitions never took flight. Its distance from downtown Montreal and the lack of efficient public transportation made it less appealing than its conveniently located predecessor, the Dorval Airport, now known as Montreal Pierre Elliott Trudeau International Airport. Additionally, the anticipated explosion in air travel over Montreal never materialized to the expected levels. Over time, airlines began pulling out, favoring the Dorval Airport, and by 2004, Mirabel had ceased passenger operations altogether. Today, Mirabel's massive terminal lies abandoned and largely demolished, its futuristic design now a relic of the past. However, the airport does continue to serve as a cargo airport and houses an aircraft assembly plant. But the grand visions of it bustling with international passengers remain a distant dream lost to history. Finally, we venture back to Spain, this time to the eastern coast and the curious case of the Castellón Costa Azahar Airport. Now this is a story of misplaced optimism and grandiose dreams that left an airport standing desolate. Construction for the Castellón Costa Azahar Airport started in 2004. Carlos Fabra, the local political leader and driving force behind the project, envisioned the airport as a hub for tourists and to boost the economy of the Castellón province. The airport was built at a cost of around 150 million euros, complete with modern facilities, a long runway and even a 24-meter tall statue of Fabra himself welcoming visitors. Everything was seemingly set for takeoff. However, the airport's opening in 2011 coincided with Spain's crippling economic crisis. The timing couldn't have been worse. No airlines had agreed to operate out of the airport, leaving the brand new infrastructure deserted and silent. For over 4 years, not a single commercial flight took off or landed at Castellón Costa Azahar. The airport quickly became a symbol of Spain's ghost airports and the country's reckless spending ahead of the economic downturn. It also didn't help that Carlos Fabra was later convicted on tax fraud charges. In the shadows of civilization's progression, we often find beautiful relics of a forgotten era, intriguing, haunting, and frozen in time. Today we journey into the world of hotels, but not just any hotels. These architectural marvels, once bustling with life, now echo only with the silence of abandonment. From the bustling heart of Chicago to the isolated extremes of North Korea, join me as we delve into the fascinating stories of the Mark Twain Hotel, the Ryugyong Hotel, the Grand Hotel de l'Europe, and the Coco Palms Resort. So why do these monuments to hospitality and luxury end up forgotten? Our first stop, the Bristol Hotel in Vienna, was not just a hotel but a page from a storybook of a time long gone. Named after the British town of Bristol, the hotel was opened in 1892 right next to the Vienna State Opera, providing it with a prime location that attracted the cream of society. The Bristol was designed in the style of the Ringstrasse era, blending elements of Italian Renaissance with subtle Art Nouveau influences. Its elegance and opulence reflected the prosperity of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It became a gathering place for the aristocracy, famous artists and international guests looking to immerse themselves in Vienna's rich culture. Famous personalities like Theodore Roosevelt and Herbert Hoover, as well as artists like Orson Welles, called the Bristol their home away from home while in Vienna. However, the Bristol's prominence waned with the hardships of the 20th century. During the Second World War, the hotel was commandeered by the German army and transformed into a war room. When the war ended, the Bristol fell into disuse, its grandeur giving way to emptiness and silence. Despite several attempts at restoration, the hotel was eventually abandoned. Its once opulent halls and luxurious rooms are now filled with dust, a stark contrast to the grandeur of its past. The Bristol stands as a monument to a bygone era, its silent, vacant halls resonating with the echoes of its rich history. Even in its abandoned state, the hotel continues to captivate onlookers with its fading elegance, standing as a symbol of a time that has long passed. From Europe, we hop across the Atlantic to the city of Chicago. The Mark Twain Hotel, once an emblem of the Roaring Twenties, now stands as a haunting echo of the past. Nestled in the heart of the Windy City, the Mark Twain Hotel opened its doors in the year 1930, named after the famous American author Mark Twain, embodying the charm and wit associated with his name. The Mark Twain was a hotel that reflected the vibrant optimism of the Jazz Age. It attracted a diverse clientele, from tourists and artists to business tycoons, all drawn by the lure of the vibrant city. The hotel was a spectacle in its prime, boasting of an architectural style that beautifully married Art Deco and Beaux-Arts elements. But with the Great Depression, the fortunes of the Mark Twain Hotel plummeted. What was once a hive of excitement and merriment slowly transformed into a desolate symbol of decay. The hotel was further ravaged by time and neglect, with failed restoration attempts contributing to its deterioration. In its later years, the Mark Twain Hotel saw a temporary revival as a budget inn for transient occupants. But it was eventually abandoned, its once buzzing halls echoing with the eerie silence of neglect. Today, it stands as a monument to a golden era long past, its grandeur lost to time. Its imposing facade continues to catch the eye of passers-by, compelling them to imagine the opulence that once was. Despite the peeling paint and the eerie quiet, the Mark Twain Hotel holds onto its sense of faded elegance and charm, reminding us of the transience of material success. We now leap across continents to find ourselves in the heart of Pyongyang, North Korea, where the foreboding silhouette of the Ryugyong Hotel looms over the cityscape. The hotel holds the dubious distinction of being the tallest unoccupied building in the world and is perhaps one of the most controversial examples of abandoned architecture. The Ryugyong Hotel, also known as the Hotel of Doom, was intended to be a symbol of North Korea's ambition and might. Construction began in 1987, with the government envisioning it as a structure that would dwarf any other on the planet. The hotel's design is futuristic, even by today's standards, with its sharp, pyramid-like shape lending it a distinct and iconic look. But economic struggles and construction problems plagued the project from its inception. By 1992, the construction came to a standstill due to the economic crisis following the dissolution of the Soviet Union. The Hotel of Doom thus stood incomplete, an empty shell towering over the North Korean capital. Several attempts were made to restart construction. In 2008, a glimmer of hope emerged as a deal was struck with an Egyptian company to complete the exterior, which indeed was finished in 2011. However, the interior of the hotel remained barren and unfinished, and the construction eventually came to a halt once again. Today, the Ryugyong Hotel stands as a bizarre sight in Pyongyang's skyline, a towering reminder of grand ambitions gone awry. Its abandoned status has sparked curiosity and speculation worldwide, becoming a subject of interest for many urban explorers and history buffs. Despite its gloomy history and uncertain future, the Ryugyong Hotel, with its unusual pyramid shape, is an inescapable part of Pyongyang's identity and a fascinating study of ambition, economics and architecture. In the middle of our list of fascinating exploration of abandoned hotels is the Grand Hotel in Kupari, Croatia. Sitting on the beautiful Adriatic coastline, Kupari was once a prime tourist destination in the former Yugoslavia, with the Grand Hotel being its crown jewel. The Grand Hotel was built in the 1920s to accommodate the influx of tourists in the area. With its pristine private beaches and luxurious accommodations, the Grand Hotel was a favorite among wealthy tourists and even played host to military officials and their families during the Yugoslav era. However, as the Yugoslav wars ignited in the 1990s, Kupari and the Grand Hotel found themselves in the crossfire. The area was heavily bombarded, and the hotel, along with other buildings in the resort town, were significantly damaged. After the war, the once bustling hotel and resort were left in ruins and gradually succumbed to nature. Today, the remains of the Grand Hotel stand as a haunting testament to a bygone era of prosperity and a stark reminder of the devastating impact of war. Its derelict structures and overgrown surroundings make for an eerie sight, contrasting starkly with the idyllic Adriatic backdrop. Various attempts to restore the area to its former glory have been made, but so far none have been successful. The ghosts of the Grand Hotel still linger in the dilapidated structure, adding to the growing list of the world's fascinating abandoned hotels that have each succumbed to their unique circumstances. To continue our journey, we'll step onto the soils of Mineral Wells, Texas, to visit the remnants of the Baker Hotel, a structure brimming with spectral charm and echoes of the past. The Baker Hotel broke ground in 1926 and officially opened its doors in 1929. Designed in a Spanish colonial revival style, this towering 14-story building was deemed the first skyscraper outside a major metropolitan area. At the time of its grand opening, it was among the most glamorous hotels in the United States, boasting features such as an Olympic-sized swimming pool, a luxurious spa, and a roof garden. Notable guests included personalities like Judy Garland, Clark Gable, and even infamous outlaws Bonnie and Clyde. The Baker Hotel was also renowned for its mineral water treatments, which were believed to have healing properties. People from all over the country would flock to Mineral Wells, fondly referred to as the South's greatest health resort, for these rejuvenating treatments. However, the Great Depression and the eventual decline of the popularity of mineral baths led to a decrease in patronage. The Baker Hotel closed its doors in 1972, and it has remained abandoned ever since. Today, the skeleton of the Baker Hotel still stands tall in Mineral Wells, a ghostly testament to its former grandeur. It is a subject of urban exploration and ghost hunting, with rumors of ghost sightings and strange occurrences within its decaying walls. Despite its present state, plans have been announced for its renovation, with hopes of restoring the Baker Hotel to its former glory. But as of now, it stands as a symbol of a past era, adding to our list of captivating yet abandoned hotels around the world. Once hailed as the Waldorf in the Catskills, Grossinger's Resort in New York's Catskill Mountains is today a haunting echo of its past. During its heyday in the 1950s and 60s, it was the epitome of the Borscht Belt resorts, serving as a popular vacation spot for New York City's Jewish community. The resort boasted its own post office, private airstrip, and even a ski slope. Grossinger's was the first in the country to use artificial snow on their ski slopes. In the 1950s, the resort's guest list was a who's who of American society and culture, attracting celebrities like Elizabeth Taylor and Jackie Robinson, and comedians such as Jerry Lewis and Milton Berle. Perhaps its most notable claim to fame is that it was the inspiration for Kellerman's resort in the iconic 1987 movie Dirty Dancing. However, Grossinger's couldn't keep up with changing vacation trends. As air travel became more accessible, people started opting for more distant and exotic vacation spots. The Borscht Belt hotels fell out of favor, and Grossinger's was no exception. After struggling for years, the resort was closed for good in 1986. Today, the once vibrant resort is a haunting picture of decay and abandonment. The vast property is filled with dilapidated buildings, overgrown vegetation, and graffiti-covered walls. The resort's grand indoor swimming pool, which once echoed with joyful laughter and splashing, now sits empty, its massive arched windows broken or boarded up. Despite several plans for redevelopment over the years, Grossinger's still remains untouched, its ruins standing as a haunting testament to a bygone era of American history. The desolate, overgrown landscape offers an eerie but captivating exploration into a past world of leisure and luxury, now overtaken by the relentless march of time and nature. As we exit these echoes of grandeur, we're left with a palpable sense of intrigue. The Ryugyong Hotel's skeletal figure looms over Pyongyang. The Coco Palms Resort bears silent witness to the natural fury of hurricanes. The Grand Hôtel de l'Europe hides within its ghostly rooms the imprint of the Great War. And the Mark Twain Hotel whispers tales of a bustling Chicago past. These structures, now vacant and lifeless, were once bustling establishments echoing with the sounds of celebration, business, and the ebb and flow of daily life. They've seen their share of history, joy, sorrow, and everything in between. In the end, their stories are more than just tales of architectural decay. They serve as poignant reminders of impermanence, the relentless march of time, and the ever-changing dance of progress. As always, thanks for watching.